Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into the fascinating, almost cinematic hero's journey of a visionary who truly shaped a nation. We are unpacking the extraordinary story of Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam. And listen, this isn't just your standard biography. It is an absolute masterclass in how determination, raw intellect, and, perhaps most importantly, deep humility can literally alter the course of history. We're going to trace his path from the quiet shores of his childhood all the way to the highest office in the world's largest democracy, looking at exactly how his mind and his heart left an absolutely indelible mark on millions of people. I want to kick things off right here with a powerful philosophy that defined his entire existence. Dr. Kalam had this incredible saying. He firmly believed that a true dream isn't just some passive thing that happens while you're asleep. No, it's an active, waking obsession. It's a vision so compelling, so powerful, that it practically forces you out of bed in the morning. And he paired this immense power of dreaming with the absolute vital importance of education. For him, education was the ultimate catalyst, It was the essential tool you needed to transform those sleepless dreams into concrete, world-changing realities. Keep this core philosophy in the back of your mind as we go, because it's honestly the engine that drives everything we're about to explore. So, let's get right into it with Section 1, The Boy from Rameswaram. Now, to really understand the global icon, you have to consider the stark, almost unbelievable contrast of his life's trajectory. He started out in Rameswaram, which is a quiet island town in southern India. As a young boy, he'd literally wake up before dawn to collect and sell newspapers just to help support his family. His starting line was defined by heavily limited resources and enormous daily challenges. Yet that exact same boy grew up to become a world-renowned scientist, address the European Parliament, and lead a nation of over 1 billion people. It's an incredible upward trajectory. It's a perfect reminder that your point of origin absolutely does not dictate your final destination, provided you have the grit to bridge that gap. And that brings us to the next massive phase of his life. Section 2, India's Missile Man. If we track his professional ascent, the momentum is just staggering. Back in the 1960s, he joined the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, and led the development of India's very first satellite launch vehicle, the SLV-3, successfully putting the Rohini satellite into orbit. Then, shifting over to the Defense Research and Development Organization in the 1980s, he orchestrated the development of strategic ballistic missiles, specifically the Agni and Prithvi. Fast forward to 1998, and he's playing a crucial, covert role in the Pokhran-2 nuclear tests. This wasn't just a series of fancy job promotions. What we're looking at is the architectural blueprint of a nation's growing technological independence, all spearheaded by one remarkably dedicated scientist. All of those highly complex scientific achievements culminated in one legendary identity, India's Missile Man. And it's important to understand the real weight behind this title. He didn't just participate in these programs, he was the pivotal leadership that brought them into reality. He earned this national recognition by fundamentally transforming his country's defense and aerospace capabilities, securing a totally new level of self-reliance for his nation. He took the incredibly intimidating world of rocket science and turned it into a massive symbol of national pride. But as you might guess, his story doesn't end in the laboratory or on the launch pad. Let's shift over to Section 3, the People's President. Calling him the People's President wasn't just some catchy PR nickname. It represented a fundamental shift in how power was wielded and how it was experienced by the public. Dr. Kalam was a highly accessible leader who actively dismantled traditional political barriers. He truly believed that the highest office in the land shouldn't be a fortress, but rather a bridge connecting directly with everyday citizens. He was universally beloved during his presidency precisely because he never, ever lost the humility of that young newspaper boy from Rameswaram. Traditionally, the presidency was viewed as this distant figurehead, totally bound by rigid protocol and surrounded by layers of bureaucracy. Well, Dr. Kalam completely shattered that expectation. Instead of staying hidden behind closed doors, he opened the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the presidential palace, to the public, especially to students and children. He was actually famous for setting aside strict security protocols just to genuinely connect with people. There's this great story from one event where he noticed a chair placed for him on stage that was slightly larger than the others, and he humbly refused to sit in it. He specifically asked for a regular chair so he would remain strictly equal to everyone else up there. He transformed the institution from a fortress of authority into this incredibly warm space for dialogue and inspiration. That remarkable, authentic connection with the public leads us perfectly into our final chapter, Section 4, A Lasting Legacy. Dr. Kalam's life's work remains highly relevant today, really resting on three core pillars of his vision. First up, youth empowerment. He recognized that the future literally belongs to the young, and he spent his final years traveling, lecturing, and just igniting the minds of students everywhere. Second, universal education. Tying right back to his core philosophy, he saw education as the great equalizer, the ultimate solution to systemic poverty. And third, national development. He firmly believed that empowered youth plus accessible education would naturally culminate in a stronger, more developed, and peaceful world. This was his deeply held personal philosophy, and it directly connects his life's work to the potential sitting inside every single person watching this explainer right now. Because he was ultimately a teacher at heart, he didn't just leave us with abstract ideas, he left us with a practical methodology. This is Dr. Kalam's direct, actionable playbook for you. Step 1. Set a great vision. Make it something that scares you a little. Step 2. Acquire continuous knowledge. Never stop learning and never assume you know enough. Step 3. Work hard. Simple as that. There is absolutely no substitute for rolling up your sleeves and putting in the hours. And finally, Step 4. Persevere through challenges. The boy from Ramaswaram knew better than anyone that obstacles are inevitable, but they are never, ever insurmountable. These are the 4 tested steps he believed were absolutely necessary to achieve greatness. So we have to ask ourselves a provocative question. What is his true legacy? Is it the rockets, the ballistic missiles, the highly prestigious title of president? While those are incredible, historic milestones, I'd argue his true legacy is the blueprint he left behind for all of us. It's the enduring proof that immense intellect, when paired with deep humility and an unwavering dedication to others, can literally change the world. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to ask yourself how you can apply Dr. Kalam's 4 steps to your own life. How can you take his lifelong dedication, his relentless curiosity, and his profound kindness and use it to fuel your own personal journey? Keep dreaming those sleepless dreams, keep learning, and, as always, thank you so much for exploring with us.